Well, summer break is here for most Indiana families, but that doesn't mean the learning has to stop for our kids. In fact, it really shouldn't. Our WTHR education expert, Jennifer Brinker, is here to share how we can think like a teacher this summer. Great to have you with us, as always, Mrs. Brinker. All right, I'm interested in your top 3 tips for activities this summer.
So I would say the top of that list, number one, if you want to help your kids do better in the fall, over the summer, read, and then read some more. You need to build in time to read each and every day with your kids. 20 minutes can make a huge difference. I also would tell parents, don't go to the bookstore and spend a fortune. Look up your local library, the resources they have. They'll have classes, they'll have reading incentive programs. And with those little kids, just check out all different kinds of books, find what they're interested in, and you can ask comprehension questions as you read those to them. Just basic, who, when, where questions are going to go a long way.
What does reading time look like as they get older?
A lot of people have this misconception that once kids are able to read chapter books, that you shouldn't read aloud as a family. But I would say even, your upper elementary kids and even middle school kids, they can really benefit from still reading out loud a book together as a family and making that a fun event. And then you still ask those comprehension questions, but they're deeper questions like why, or making predictions of what will happen next. And if it feels awkward with your high school kid to read out loud to them, I would say you can still carve out time to read in the same room at the same time. You could do like a book group where you're reading independently, but the same novel and talking about that together as well.
Okay, what else? What's the other advice for this summer?
So my second big tip would be to explore. During the school year, we get so bogged down, the weather's not great. This is the time where you can just go out and explore with your kids. They're going to love it. So whether it's grabbing, a magnifying glass and going outside on a nature walk, identifying all the different types of bugs that you can, or whether it's, with your older kids taking a walk downtown, talking about the different types of architecture that Indianapolis has. There's so much great stuff out there. So just get out and explore, enjoy the outdoors together and learn something.
Any final advice?
Yeah, absolutely. So, I would say a lot of people wouldn't think of this when you're thinking of how to gear up for this fall, but take time to relax. We as parents fall into this trap where we feel if we don't, sign our kids up for every activity imaginable, every camp, every summer outing, especially with things opening back up again, and we're feeling like we're making up for lost time. Well, we feel like we're failing our kids if we don't have something for them to do. Kids need time to be bored. That's what allows for creativity. Kids need time to sleep in the morning. They're growing. They need that. So we've said time and time again, this has been the weirdest, most difficult school year. Kids have had to be so adaptable. Give them some time just to spend with the family and relax. Yeah,
so important for the kids and for the parents. Mrs. Brinker, thanks for joining us as always. We'll see you next time.
I'll see you next time.
And we'll be right back.